Now this part would be kind of annoying, because, like, this is pretty, like, small and, like, blends in. That's the 5th item. So we're gonna go across... We're gonna go real far away, across there. And we are in the last room in the game, boys.
You gonna save?
Just in case.
Ugh.
Now when I do the... actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna save here. I need to have that boat saved to do that one part. So, this is the door. There are, thou possess them to guard thy spirit, invoke 5 rights, and deal thy fate. All in lowercase for some reason. So we're gonna use all this stuff.
Pick them all.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying when I was trying to speedrun it yesterday, and I was like, I would like press it, I would do that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like very specific timing. It's like, all right. It's so hard. Like, you really have to hit it just right.
The disco Ouroboros!
And let's go to the final boss, boys. The final boss is actually, like, really hard.
No. No. I don't want to.
Too bad.
Do what Mommy tells you now. I just want you to lend me a teeny bit of your power. That's all. No.
Really makes me think.
I don't want to do it. It will make everyone happy, and it's for your own good, too.
You should always do it when an adult tells you to do something.
But Mommy, I just want to be with you.
Yeah, well, kid. Sorry.
Just 2 of us. Please understand. Oh, yes, I see. Maybe Mommy has been wrong.
Trust Dahlia.
Listen, your tone is clearly condescending.
Why didn't I see this before? There's no reason to wait. Herein lies the mother's womb, containing the power to create life. I could have done it all myself.
Gosh.
Mommy?
So we're gonna,
Did you see that? Like, did Harry see that?
Yeah. For no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna switch over to the hunting rifle. Actually,
Sounds pretty
how
specific.
am I? I'm on greenish. How am I doing on this? I should be okay. All right. Too bad this is one of those bosses that if it hits you once, you're like, I'm in the red. Yay!
Well, don't get hit then. Gee whiz.
Yeah, I know. I want to, you know.
Seems like a pretty easy strategy.
So we're gonna see some cutscene goodness.
I was shocked to realize the talisman of Metrotron was being
Metrotron!
Is that the new Transformer?
The lost soul returning at last.
Metatron.
Just a little
It's also
longer and
the-
all would have been for naught.
Is that the
Roman Archangel?
It's all because
Is that like the voice
that
of God?
man. We must
Oh, yeah, that's what it
thank
is. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because there's also an.
we
the
gotta watch
angel-
Dogma again.
Yeah.
His
But not
little
Metrotron.
girl has to go.
Oh, isn't
What a pity.
okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in Dogma, the voice of God or the Metrotron was
Do you like how like she listened to Dahlia talk for like a million years and was like,
Brow!
freeze!
Stop!
that is pretty good.
Gillespie.
Well,
And
to think
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Where's Cheryl? What have you done to her?
What are you talking about?
Ugh.
You've seen her many times, restored to her former self.
This is just a brutal game.
No mood for jokes.
Okay. Clearly wasn't
Don't you see?
the joke,
She's
but
right there.
okay.
That's
No.
absurd.
Metatron is Alan Rickman. What's her name is actually God.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Why?
Why?
Why are you doing this?
Alan Rickman. Whoa!
So I hope they explain what that wheelchair is.
Yeah, really.
For the 7 years
Well, I
since
think
that terrible day,
Looks like a regular wheelchair to me.
I mean, what? Yeah.
has been kept alive,
I hope they explain it. I mean, what model it
suffering
is,
a
because it's
fate
really
worse
nice.
than death.
It's a good way. I'm looking at all those spokes. My
Set
goodness.
has been trapped in an endless nightmare from which she never awakens.
Seems pretty
Good.
bad.
He has been nurtured by that nightmare, waiting for the day to be born.
And it happens to be right now, this second.
That
Welcome.
day
Made it
has
just in
finally
time.
come.
Come back tomorrow.
Time is nigh.
Come back tomorrow. That's
We
when it's gonna
need
be ready.
6 more hours.
The time is not nigh. Wait.
Released from pain and suffering.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Our
Sign me up.
salvation is at hand.
Salvation? Great.
No pain, no
This is
suffering.
the day of reckoning.
Reckoning does not sound good.
when all our sorrows
Okay.
That's good.
Got me back in. No sorrows. Yeah, yeah.
I'm back on.
What was that reckoning part?
Okay, now we're talking.
My daughter will be the mother of God.
Mother of God?
Really makes me think.
So I guess they heard the phrase "Mother of God" once, and they were like,
Heh.
"What if?"
Wow.
She said, heh.
Nice.
So if you get the bad ending, that's what you fight?
Oh!
Essentially just,
Sybil?
no. I don't think so.
Oh! Kaufman!
This is my favorite.
Quit screaming.
Kaufman's the best.
How they were before.
What?
Hoffman! Did I ask for this? Nobody
Question mark.
uses me. You won't get away with this.
Your work is over. We don't need you. What do you think you can accomplish by coming here?
My, but you're getting cocky.
I would just be like, Kaufman, how'd you get here?
Yeah, what the
What'd you
heck,
do?
dude?
Sybil, how'd you get here?
Yeah, Sybil's like appearance makes absolutely no sense. It's literally just NPC magic.
All I had to do was plant it somewhere for you to find. You all
So what he's saying is that aglyphos or whatever is the stuff that was broken in the doctor's hospital office, and he kept more to the side. So it's
What you
like
found in that
it's like the demon. Now the reason that the final boss is different in the good ending with Kaufman is that he throws this at God Alyssa, and then you fight something else, Mother of God. But you otherwise, it's actually really
so
nicely animated.
Yeah.
Like, really nicely animated. Otherwise, you fight just Alessa the way she is.
I like that they did that in game instead of in cinema. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that looked a lot better. I think.
So they got like they
Harry's
got
like,
some god-killing chemical.
Harry was like, really makes me think.
Oh, that sound is awesome. But that's what she wanted him to do all along?
Maybe she just didn't, I
Or maybe
guess.
she's just insane?
I think it's just like, she wasn't, I guess because Alessa was far enough along in being the mother of God that it was still okay.
Oh, gosh.
Like, instead of
wings?
birthing it like just came out because it was ready to go.
Oh, gosh. That's terrible.
So that's a thing. We're gonna fight it. And it's got lightning powers.
How old were you when you first played that?
Like 1990. I probably played the first year it was out, so like 11.
Yeah, when I watched Spenser play this, I was definitely less than 10.
And we're done.
Super powered hunting rifle. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Does that count as another hit?
I'll go before. No, we're okay. There's apparently there's a fancy way you can do it by like kind of like moving yourself around in an odd way.
Oh, that's
Double check.
Okay.
It's like it only allows you to get hit once. It's really weird. So we're looking for that burst of blood, that we're actually hitting it, because this game has really weird rules about hitting enemies, aka it doesn't do it sometimes. Dude, like,
Jeez.
I'm getting so bad luck here. Let's just use that.
Yeah, go!
Wait, I think you're out of rifle bullets.
No, I think I have 6 more. The way it should work out is I should kill it with the shotgun after like 2 more hits after this. Up, up, up.
You've nailed everyone, I think.
Let's run!
Nice!
Yeah, just don't go in a circle, I guess.
Really? Okay. Well, this is weird. I mean, I got plenty of everything to survive it. It's just a matter of like, I don't remember it taking this many hits. And we're still good. Dude, what in the hell? Like, what the hell?
Jeez.
I just fought it last night and it took way less than this.
Nice!
They will not die.
You messed up, Spencer, big time. You got, he nicked you.
And I like when it nicks you, it takes almost just as much.
There we go.
Dude, what in the hell?
Do you have any hunting rifle left?
No, but I mean, the
Yeah,
pistol,
no, it's fine.
the
I
pistol
just
takes
thought-
more than you think, but still, good lord. I fought this thing like 3 times last night, and I never went through like more than 2 shotgun shells. Like, what in the actual world? Just in case.
They'll never die.
Oh,
Dude,
thank
what in the
goodness.
hell? Like, that
Oh.
was so
You know
weird.
it's gonna be worse when
I mean,
do
you
this
must
game.
have missed like an entire round of rifle shots or something.
I
I thought I saw blood every time.
I thought I saw blood every time too, because the first time I ever fought it, I didn't. If you hit R2, you auto aim, but if you hit L2, you auto look. And clearly, what you want to do is do both, because I was apparently missing over and over again with the auto aim. Because I ended up the first time having to use like 25 handgun bullets, and I was like, something's weird here. And then I fought it again and killed it with only the rifle. I didn't even have to switch over to the shotgun, and then I did it again and had to use like 3 shotgun. So I don't even know.
Alright.
So
Nicely done.
this is the good. By the way, this is good plus.
Oh, this is so great.
This is the
already.
best ending.
This looks so awesome already. I mean, she's gonna turn into Cheryl and you're gonna get out, right? And drive away with Cheryl? Right? Right?
So in the bad ending, just compare it. Everyone's dead, including Alyssa and the baby you're handed, and Harry just is like there as everything falls apart. It's probably a 30-second ending, and he's
yeah,
like,
he falls to his knees.
he's
and
like,
it's just
no,
a fire.
why? And you just assume that he dies and doesn't get out. Because the only reason he's able to get out is Alyssa makes like a portal or whatever. So, you know, in the bad ending, it's literally just like, well, he dies. The end. So the canon ending is absolutely the good plus, and we'll see why in a later Silent Hill game. Actually, maybe the canon ending is, I guess, I don't think Sybil super matters. Maybe just good. No, yeah, no, I guess you do need some, yeah.
Dang.
Actually,
These
kind of
people
forget.
are freaking
I kind of
nuts.
forget if you don't do Kaufman, maybe you still get good. I kind of forget how that works. By the way,
Have a little bit now.
Is she okay?
she'll be fine.
Oh gosh.
And I mean,
Oh,
Kaufman
thank God, what
sucks.
he
So
deserves.
Kaufman really sucks. So he's
I mean, I
fine.
guess he deserved worse than that. I think he deserved to be killed by that weird beast. Are you
So
controlling this?
No.
Oh.
So Dahlia's dead by. I mean, has there literally ever been a thing where like a piece of media where somebody like gives birth to like their god and isn't instantly killed? Like, I think even DBZ does it. Like, where, like, what's that guy who does Majin Buu? Babidi is like, finally, Majin Buu! And, like, the first thing Buu does, or one of the first things Buu does is, like, hey, I'm gonna kill you, because I forgot, I'm way stronger than you. Like, it happens in Castlevania every time. It's like, oh, thank you, Lord Dracula, you're back.
Yeah,
why are you killing
in the
me?
Bible, remember on Christmas Day when Jesus is born and slaughters Mary and Joseph.
Oh my god. I meant the bad kinds. I meant the false gods.
We're gonna get some pushback.
False gods, not Jesus. Stop it. I want to make this PG.
What? That's the ending? That's it?
There's a little bit more after this. So, Silent Hill is a very...
Way to go, Toyama.
Silent Hill's a very good game. It's, I still think it really holds up really well to this day. Sometimes, some of the stuff, like, the controls can be, like, a little difficult, but, like, I find it hard to believe. I've played a lot of, like, the horror games, right? And I find it not to put Silent Hill 1 as, like, possibly the scariest Silent Hill, and it's gotta be top 5 still scariest, you know, horror games. There's some horror games back then that you look at and you're like, this is kind of, it's, like, lame. Like, this one, like, horror games nowadays, of course, you know, back in my day, you know, there are a lot of, like, jump scares and whatever, whereas this one just gives you, like, that, like, feeling of dread. Like,
yeah,
constantly
seriously.
being like, oh, God. Like, what? And, like, the story itself. So, let's go over the story real quick. They like, tiptoe around it and expect you to figure it out. So, Alessa is the daughter of Dahlia, right? So, they're in this cult, and this cult wants to bring forth the god, which is Samael, which is who you fought at the end. And they figure out how to do it is they need to, it's based off of Rosemary's Baby, the movie, quite a bit. So, they need to find a way to impregnate Alessa, her daughter, with Samael, like the god. The demon god, and they do it. I forget exactly how or whatever. Oh, it was the curse they talk about. Like, we need to do our magic on her or whatever, right? But they realized that she wasn't strong enough to do this, right? And the reason is that Alessa, at some point when she was given this like power, had broken up into Cheryl and Alessa. So Cheryl and Alessa are essentially the same person, just split in half, which is why
not at all.
Which was why Cheryl was. That's why at the end she was like, Cheryl's right there, and it was Alessa. So Cheryl was like instinctively drawn to Silent Hill, and that's what, you know, Harry just so happened to be along for the ride because he was looking for her. Silent Hill in this game, again, Silent Hill is different in every game, but Silent Hill in this game is a nightmare world created by Alessa, and as Alessa has more and more nightmares and things become more and more real, you see more and more of the Dark Silent Hill. So the Dark Silent Hill is essentially
So that's the ending with Sybil and him, right? Getting out?
and you never see Sybil again.
But that's from the intro.
I know, right?
What?
I know, right? So this is a
What?
this is really weird. This is a bloopers.
That's
I love when
amazing.
they do bloopers.
I love it.
It's kind of
That's
cool.
pretty charming.
Like,
So-
I loved it at the end of Toy Story.
Look at Kaufman's face! Kaufman went on to start a for-profit college.
Sybil went on to not be part of the story anymore.
Sybil went on to make the Police Academy movies. Gosh! Does Alessa get her own car? Whoa, who was this? I don't even remember.
That's Alessa, yo. So I didn't
What?
I didn't-
Was Alessa
when was
supposed to
Alessa-
be?
So I didn't go over the worst part.
When was Alessa supposed to be like that?
Yeah, what? I don't get
By the
this.
way, Parker,
No, that was her actually.
this is for you.
I thought Cheryl and Alyssa were the same age.
Hold on, I'll
Oh!
So, here's the worst part of the story, as I say it during these, like, cutscenes and stuff like that.
Harry fell off. Nice job, Harry.
So,
Harry's the worst. Dang, man. what is wrong with your neck, Harry?
Harry's actually kind of the best, but anyway. So
What's wrong with his
here's
neck?
here's the worst part of the story. As I again, we're gonna show you the quick other way to beat the boss. So didn't do great. I got 3 stars. We
Out of 10.
defeated 14 enemies by shooting. My goal in the speedrun is less than 5 by shooting. Now, really quickly to go into the ranking, you can get out of 10 stars, and it's very specific. You have to, like, beat the game several times. You can't save. You can't continue. You have to have a certain amount of enemies killed, a certain amount of items picked up. You see I have 123 out of 204. That's actually better than I thought, because I skipped a lot of the last ones. And your shooting style is like how often you shoot, like different percentages, like middle, short. You need to have that a very specific thing. So, I'm actually not going to save because I have another thing going on. So, here's the worst part of the story. Since Cheryl was broken up from Alyssa,
Right.
she wasn't strong enough to...
But, like, why are they different age?
That I don't know.
Cheryl's like a little
That
girl,
I don't know. I guess
right?
it's just like the weaker part of her or whatever. But so Alyssa wasn't strong enough to give birth to Samael. So this is now if you notice here, this is a really cool thing that the game put in. I have no bullets at all for anything. Right? I have no handgun, no shotgun, I have no bullets at all, right? We're gonna go into the boss and see what happens. So yeah, anyway, Alyssa, they needed to have Alyssa whole, right? And to get Cheryl back, they needed to draw Cheryl back. So what they did was they burned Alyssa alive. And that's why she was, that's why Lisa's part of this, because Lisa was the nurse that kept track of she didn't do it, but she kept her alive. They constantly kept her alive for 7 years while this stuff happened.
The original Alyssa is the one in the wheelchair.
Alyssa's the one in the
that
wheelchair.
One that's, like, all bandaged
That's the
up?
original
Oh
Alyssa.
my gosh.
So the thing is that they needed Alyssa to be strong, so they did that by
Right, so you have no bullets.
right.
How
So
are you gonna beat him?
by getting good. So they got Alyssa strong again by getting Cheryl back, and they drew Cheryl in by hurting Alyssa, and Cheryl would be drawn to Alyssa because Alyssa was hurting.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
So they just constantly burn her?
They
keep her alive?
They kept her on. They burned her in a house fire, which you actually find out it's a really cool part of Silent Hill
It's
Origins.
pretty much the only cool part of Origins.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
true.
first thing you do is that you're like a trucker and you come across a burning house and you go in it because you hear something.
If you don't have any bullets when you fight the final boss, it dies. That's it.
What?
So when I do my speedrun, so the
how
speedrunners,
you do it.
it's way faster to do it that way. So speedrunners want to make sure they have no bullets when they enter in, and we're not going to watch it because we just saw it.
That's crazy.
So yeah, you have if you have no
That's
bullets.
an interesting Easter egg.
Yeah, and again, I'm pretty sure that's how the speedrunners do it because that only took about 30 seconds. Whereas how long did it take me to friggin' shoot him over and over again?
I can't imagine if you would have went into that if you were just bad at item management and you were like, well, hopefully the last guy I can try some sort of melee because you just failed really hard and you didn't have the internet obviously when this game came out and you were just trying to figure it out and then you went in and you were like, well, clearly I can't hit this guy, so let me just see what happens.
Dang
and then
it!
all of a sudden he died. That would have been you'd have been
Sorry.
like, what?
I mashed start too much. Yeah, and it's just like I said, a really cool thing to set up. So the very last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you that glitch that I was talking about. Now, unfortunately, I do have to head through that sewers part really quick, but it'll only take a couple minutes to do that. It's really neat, and I'm really I tried it yesterday. It worked. So
It won't work today.
it won't work today. No chance. But yeah, this game clearly draws a lot from Rosemary's Baby because that's a terrible '60s movie where
Well, it's not terrible.
it's pretty terrible.
It's a good movie. I mean, it's upsetting.
I think it's badly made, but whatever.
Really?
I watched it before, and it's just so slow. But it's funny because everyone acts very normal while they're trying to give birth to their god.
Yeah,
you know, and they sacrifice a girl. So again, the worst part about this is that's why Lisa's constantly I can't remember what I was doing in that like basement,
Right.
and you know they kept her in that like crazy basement, which is why you keep seeing that basement over and over again.
Gotcha.
Like when you hear it, everything makes so much more sense. You're like, oh, but you just saw the entire story. There wasn't much we missed.
No, really, seriously.
And that's it. And that's it. It's like that's
Your heels.
you gotta like kind of try to really put it together and be like, what? And it's not like the ending's gonna explain that.
Alright, so you're gonna go through the sewer and then you get to the amusement park.
Yeah,
or the
and I should
entrance.
be fine.
Whoa!
It's actually one of the hardest parts for me because like that's a really weird like
yeah, the
turn.
is weird.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the story is just like, I mean, it's not great, but it's like, I don't mean great in like what happens is like great, but it's like really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's like really good. I just wish they would like explain a little more. I
Yeah,
understand not
right.
spoon feeding it to you,
Yeah, yeah.
but like,
I mean, was there like documents that you found a lot of that stuff out in that we weren't really paying attention, like spending the time to read? Oh!
lol, not like super, but
I mean, like, have you pieced this together from the internet and guides, or like have you just from playing it over there?
I mean, they do
pieced it together too.
They do explain more things in like Origins and Silent Hill 3 and
Okay,
stuff.
gotcha.
So Silent Hill 2, I'm
Some
gonna
of it is
be
from the
playing
other
that sometime
games.
in the future. Silent Hill 2 is a completely separate story, and again,
Yeah, it has
most
nothing to do with it.
Silent Hills are
Right.
completely different because each
like
person,
Final Fantasy.
yep, each person has like their own like unique like craziness from Silent Hill, right? Silent Hill 3 is actually pretty much a sequel to Silent Hill 1, so that's kind of an
Oh,
interesting
okay.
take. And I'm
And
not
so that you find out a lot more information.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna go in. I was watching a speedrun of Silent Hill 3 yesterday. I like really want to like Silent Hill 3, but like it's the one I played the least by far.
I really like Silent Hill 3. It'd probably be my
Okay, please,
personal
please,
favorite.
please, please. Yes. So you find that little. If you guys saw
Yeah,
right there,
those, like, weird
those little
babies.
tiny baby things. You throw the stuff. You throw that Agalafa stuff on it, and it skips the Sybil scene. You
Right.
don't have to do
And
any.
now, is that supposed to be?
So like I don't know
Oh,
what.
that's her getting unpossessed.
Yeah, but it's like all crazy all over
Yeah.
the place. He just dabbed. He dabbed on him.
Sybil.
Sybil.
The reason why that must be a thing is that the only unique item that can work in this area is that stuff.
Right.
And when you use it on the child thing, it just works for some reason.
I don't know.
Skips
I was trying to figure out why the programming would like matter on that.
Hurry.
But yeah, and that's when I do my speedrun. Hopefully, I'm able to do it next time. So there should be another part of this. When I do my speedrun, I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be trying to blow past it. So that's like the third time in a row it worked for me. So I think that's about it this time, guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully the next part is speedrun in hopefully under an hour. We'll see.
Already knows anyway.
We'll see. All right.
Sweet.
Thank you guys for watching.